What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be working on the BMW F30 here behind me again, and we're going to be doing actually a few mods specifically to the interior to give it a much cooler, classy, and sporty look. So just to fill you guys in, if you are new here, this is my 2017 BMW 330i. That does mean it is an F30, but since we're going to be working on the interior of the car today, guys, all of these mods are not going to only apply to an F30, they're also going to apply to like an F31, an F32, F36, since all of those cars pretty much have the same exact interior. So do ignore how messy my car is right now in the interior. As you guys can tell, it's currently winter, it's snowing. However, just as a reminder, if you guys don't remember or if you are new to the channel, this isn't my first mod to the interior. So what I did so far is actually a few things other than like the simple pedals down there, the crystal start button, digital cluster, which was a big one, even upgrading the iDrive system and the Apple CarPlay. I also did this carbon fiber interior trim all along the car, even on the shifter, down here, pretty much everywhere. And if you guys didn't see that video, I'd highly recommend it because honestly, this is one of my favorite mods that I think I've done on any car. It definitely helped this car have a more like sporty interior feel, especially combining it with the red interior. We do need to change the steering wheel, which we will get to eventually, guys. However, it's just really expensive, so I'm just waiting to do that. But this carbon interior definitely helped. But with that said, guys, the mods for today are actually going to relate to this mod, but not really. So I'm pretty sure I already gave it away in the title and thumbnail, but what we're going to be installing today, guys, are some Alcantara pieces to this interior. There are a few. I was hoping to get more so I can put them all in this video. However, there's two pieces I couldn't find, but for now, we're going to stick with what I have today. So with that said, guys, let me stop stalling and let me just show you the new mods for today. So you guys can see the first one that I have is an Alcantara and carbon fiber e-brake handle. The carbon fiber is on the top over here, which you're not really going to be touching all that often. What you're really going to be touching is the bottom, which is nice because the Alcantara is going to feel nicer on your hand. Now, will it get dirty pretty quick? I don't know. I'm sure it will, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. There's nothing wrong with the one that comes on the car. It's like some type of leather or pleather, whatever it is. It actually looks pretty nice. However, since I already have this carbon fiber trim all along the car, I think this piece with the carbon fiber on the top and the Alcantara is really going to complement it nice. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be the only Alcantara piece that I have for today and even for the future. So this not only is going to tie in well with the carbon fiber that's already in the interior, but it's also going to tie in well to the other mod that I have for today. And again, the ones that are going to be coming in the future. So with that said, let me just show you guys the next and final mod for today. All right, guys, and here is the next piece. Now you can probably tell what this is already, but if you can't, this piece goes right over there. So it's going to have, again, the carbon fiber as well as the Alcantara. Now, as you guys can tell, obviously I already have this piece in carbon fiber. This piece actually came with the whole carbon fiber kit, which is really nice. And it does look really good because originally it's just like that silver. So it's definitely nice having this in the meantime. However, I always wanted to swap out the entire piece to get the Alcantara around here. And again, this is going to match with the rest of the carbon fiber on the car, but it still has that Alcantara right over here on the bottom, which if I can get them side by side, you guys can see those two will match, and again, carbon fiber on the top to match as well. So with that said, let's jump into it. So that only took like 30 seconds, but I'm not complaining, guys. As you saw, that was a super easy install. So basically, to install this thing, all you have to do is get a slim pry tool, get underneath the original piece and pry upwards. There's only a few clips holding it from all around, lift it up, and then just pop in the new piece. So honestly, guys, legit, probably one of the easiest things you can do to your car. And the final result looks really good. The Alcantara looks really nice, and I really feel like it just gives the car a more like elevated look. It looks a little more classy. Now, I would personally recommend getting the carbon shifter as well, because I think if this was still silver, it would look a little funny, but that's just me. I think all this ties in really nicely together. Now, I do feel like I need more Alcantara in the car after seeing this piece here. But like I said, guys, we'll get that on the steering wheel. And then we obviously still have the e-brake handle right over here to do. But so far, I am really happy with this. If you guys do want one for yourself or the e-brake handle, I will leave some links down in the description below, as well as some promo codes for you guys to get a discount. But with that said, let's just jump into the e-brake one, and hopefully that one goes just as smoothly. So that definitely wasn't as easy as the first one. However, still not too bad. But as you guys can see, I got it installed. It was a bit of a pain because getting this thing off, like the original one, you really had to use some force, and then also dealing with the zip tie. By the way, I don't think I mentioned, if you guys are going to do this, make sure you have some zip ties with you because you do need at least one. I used two because I messed up the first one. So yeah, if you guys are going to do this yourself, just make sure you have at least a few zip ties just in case you mess it up. But yeah, so pulling this thing off, dealing with the zip ties, and then even putting it back on was a bit of a pain. But as you guys can see, this thing looks really, really good. And honestly, it feels really nice. Like when you actually pull the e-brake, you do mainly hold Alcantara right over here. You do still feel the carbon fiber, which feels like plastic, but you know, that's fine. Overall, it feels really, really good, and it definitely complements the Alcantara on this piece over here. Now, do the Alcantara pieces match exactly? No, I'll be honest with you guys. This one is a little lighter than this one here. Not sure how much you guys can tell on camera, but I can definitely say this one is darker. It's nothing too crazy. Like, I actually got them both from the same company because I was hoping they'd be identical matches. However, they're still not. But, you know, it is what it is. Whenever you're dealing with aftermarket pieces, like, that's just what you have to expect. Yeah, let me just kind of quickly explain to you in terms of installation what I did on the e-brake. Basically, you have to unclip your bottom boot right over here. It's just a few clips, so just get like a trim tool, pop out over here, and then the rest should come out pretty easily. After you do that, you fold it like inwards, and then you can access the zip tie holding in the handle. You cut that off with like a scissor, or in my case, I used a blade. Once you cut it off, you can pull this piece off. Again, guys, you really need some force. And at that point, you just basically do what you just did in reverse to get the new one on. So overall, not a bad process, but like I said, guys, the zip tie, pulling that thing off, probably the hardest parts about it. But definitely all worth it, because now with this carbon fiber trim, the Alcantara over here, even the carbon fiber here on the shifter, and now on the e-brake handle, it all looks really good. I'm still going to keep on looking for an Alcantara boot. If anybody knows where I can get one, please let me know. Please drop a link. I'll definitely get it, and I'll definitely test it out. But for now, I think that'll do. I really like these mods. I really like the way that they turned out, and honestly, installation was pretty easy, and I didn't break anything, so that's always good. With that said, guys, if you want to see more mods for this car, if you want to follow the build, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop it a like. It really, really helps me out. And yeah, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.